Howdy, everybody. It's Wrestling on the Rocks. It's the chaser because kind of not on Thursday nights because it's Friday night, and yeah,
It's true.
you're not doing it after SmackDown. Let's be real. So I didn't even watch SmackDown. So hey, it's all good. I am your hostess, Ms. Amanda Jane. So welcome to Wrestling on the Rocks, the chaser, with me as the huge. Hey, Digi, what's going on?
Oh, the wrestling world is a fun, fun place.
I don't know if that was
Still with me?
sarcasm in there, or if it
Is it being
was
funny? Oh man,
just hashtag truth. I don't know,
technical
but
difficulties. Just carry on. I'll catch up.
okay. Well, you know what? Um, as you
Still
all know,
there?
thank you for. Yep, I'm still here. If you're still here, hopefully
Uh,
they're still here. But anyways, it's only a so calm the fuck down. All right. So, anyways, so before we get heavily into it, I don't know if we're having technology problems, but if we are or we aren't, let's get into what we normally do so we can get into this wacky world of wrestling
just do you.
because it's me and apparently I'm going to do me. So, guys, we do our little game of what's in your glass. And so my glass, I don't have a glass, I have a can, it's regular Coke. Because remember, it's not about what you drink, it's about who you're drinking with. Gigi's probably got some like wild turkey bourbon, maybe, or maybe he's just drinking black coffee. I don't know. But if you were a betting person, pick your poison. If it is neither of those
Test,
two, then you
test.
would lose money. Just say it.
Okay.
Just say it. Oh, I keep getting muted. I don't know if I'm talking. But anyways, so yeah. So Digi's doing the stuff because I don't do the technology. So while we're waiting for Digi, and if I'm still like alive and kicking on this damn thing, I'm gonna do everybody's favorite segment, which we're gonna go over birthdays. So I want to wish today it is a happy birthday to Mick Foley. Happy birthday to you. To Tonka celebrating a birthday this week. Liv Morgan, Dan Severin, Ty Conti, happy birthday. Gianna Perrazzo, happy birthday. Sheeta, Hikaru Sheeta, happy birthday. Jerry Lynn celebrating a birthday. Um, Mark Henry and his crazy self is celebrating a birthday. Um, we'll get into a little bit more about Mark Henry in a little bit. Um, Jacques Rougeau, and of course, a little bit of, those not with us any longer. Virgil and Howard Finkel, we're thinking about you on your birthday. So those are our birthdays. And if you guys know of someone who has a birthday, but I didn't mention it, hit me up on Twitter or Instagram at Ms. Amanda Jane, Jayne, and I will be glad to put that out there. Like, for example, John Silver. Johnny Hungy had a birthday. Happy birthday, Johnny Hungy. Other birthdays that were notable. Effie. How can I forget Effie?
Did
It's
you
today.
see Effie's? Did you see his new haircut?
No, I did not. He's in Oakland today. He's doing Hood Slam. They're doing Thressy tonight. So it's Dart Chic, Alley Catch, and Effie.
Yeah,
That's Thressy
like
if you do.
legit.
No, let me look him up. Let me look him up.
Yeah,
See
he
Effie.
got super pretty.
Did he get super pretty? He's
He
already
was he
pretty.
was doing super pretty.
Oh my goodness, let's see here. Oh, he did get a haircut.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And he has Effie is fine on tattooed on his head by his ear. Oh, happy
Yes.
birthday! Looks like he's staying at the. Well, I'm not going to say that, but they're at Hood Slam. So if you go to Hood Slam this evening, it is awesome. It's at the Continental Club in Oakland on 12th Street.
Mhm.
Don't leave shit in your car. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Welcome to
Mhm.
Oakland. Forgot about that, and your car gets broken into. But I'm just saying. So, and then also this weekend, just to throw this out there, um, Bussy will be at Full Queer Wrestling in Richmond, California at I believe it's at the Crane Way. But that's a Sunday afternoon. So go on by and get your gay wrestling on, because why? And very appropriate for Pride Month, but oh,
New
hold
J
on. Why is
Rocks.
this not opening?
New J Rocks.
No, no, not nudity rocks, yes, but I don't know why this isn't opening up. Oh, there we go. I did wrong. Because wrestling is gay. Yay. Okay.
There's
So
actually a there was an independent film
oh,
done by Ryan
before I forget,
Levy.
gay
Okay.
wrestlers. Right now, temporarily for the moment being, I do want to wish kind of like a get well soon, and hopefully this isn't the end of their career. But Edith Surreal has suffered
Mm.
another head injury and right now is on the shelf indefinitely. So, you know, head injuries are a big thing, people. And, you know, we always want to make sure that, you know, everyone's safe. And
Yeah.
so, shout out to Edith Surreal. So,
Yeah. Went
Digi,
tough.
what's in your glass? I'll tell you
Um.
because betting people might be, you know, if they're doing side bets here,
Right
they
now,
might.
they would lose.
Mhm.
I'm drinking a
Okay, what?
Chesterfield ale.
Wow. See, so if you listened to me and thought that he would have either black coffee or some wild turkey bourbon, you
I
lost
got black
money. But
coffee right here.
there's his black coffee. Well, too late because we already said you lost. So wah wah wah.
Yeah, because I'm drinking ale, Chesterfields.
Yeah. Yes. So yeah. So man, I don't know where to begin, but I guess just like some random stuff, but just FYI,
Mm.
uh, New Japan is doing a show in July in San Jose, California. It's a show, they're calling it, and pardon me for being slow with this because I am can't remember what they actually are calling this thing because it's something that's not, you know, normally it's a new type of show.
Okay.
It's a collaboration show that they are doing with CMLL, and I think it's like Lucha um, Fantismo or something to that effect,
Lucha's
I
Spirit.
believe. Or it's something like that. I don't know. I just totally just here it is. Fantastica Mania 2024 in San Jose, California. CMML um, and New Japan in support with Pro Wrestling Revolution. Um, you guys might know them. If they're the guys that do King of the Indies out here in San Francisco, and for the last 3 years, the King of the Indies was Dragon Lee. So it's funny that now that they're doing all of these open door things, I swear to God, if for some reason Triple H decides, hey, let's let Dragon Lee do King of the Indies again, don't go because why? He'll win it.
I love it.
I'm
They
just
keep
saying.
trolling Tony Khan, calling it the prohibited portal.
I don't know. Tony Khan's just whatever.
Yeah,
But if
we'll
you
get
are
there.
interested in going to Fantastica Mania, let me tell you who's going to be there. Friend of the show, obviously, because he loves his lucha libre. Uh, Roy Lucier will be there. So if you've ever wanted to talk to Roy and talk about lucha libre, that is a great time to go. So far, it looks like we have the former Sin Cara is going to be there. Uh, I don't know. All I know is he's the former Sin Cara. See, obviously, I'm like into my lucha libre. Looks like they don't tell you who the people are on these pictures, but I can tell you one thing. There is one photo that they have put that I don't need the name of who it is because I already know who it is. It's goddamn Zack Sabre Jr. Okay. And I believe I made a comment on Twitter this week. I love it. Like one of my favorites, I really don't have to travel to go see. Noble concept. Do you think I'm
Yeah.
going to go see Zack Sabre Jr.? If I can. If not, I might just go down to San Jose to say hello to a buddy because I love Zack Sabre Jr. That's my friend. Anyways, but enough said. And we'll probably get people like, hopefully, we might get like, maybe we'll get Bullet Club War Dogs, maybe. Jack Perry probably will be there. The
I
scapegoat and
hope he
House of
stays on
Torture.
fire.
Yes, he should. I would love to see House of Torture. Stephanie Vaquer is going to be there. Whether or not she's going to have a title, who knows? Because that is after Forbidden Door. Who else is going to be there? I'm just looking at the pictures here. The one weird guy that I don't think fits in with LIJ. He's going to be there. God, look at how he described these people. That's so rude to me. Oh, but you know who is going to be there? El Desperado. He's never in the States. This is kind of cool. So, shout out to my old Suzuki-gun peoples. Got two of them there. I do want to see Dangerous Techers again. I'd love for them to, but he should join Zach. And the reason why I'm bringing up Dangerous Techers is these guys, because it is Pride Month, they're very, very beyond Pride friendly. They wanted to get married at one point, but whatever. So anyway.
Well, no, that's fair.
So,
I mean,
so they celebrate. Everybody celebrates. It's great. I do want to also say, as we were talking about some of these Forbidden Door things, I honestly, let's just be real. If you do see, they should actually probably put AEW in there because, let's be real, the IWGP champ is fucking AEW.
IWGP.
And Mercedes might win that belt. Who knows? I don't know. But anyways, I hope we get to see Jeff Cobb because you know what? We don't see enough Jeff Cobb in the States. And that's a damn shame. That's all. And my other comment about Jeff Cobb before we do move on is if he is taking over the United Empire, he needs to kick out the former head of the United Empire because he sold out. I'm just saying.
Are we saying?
Yeah. So I you know what, I don't even know where to start because this week I don't know. Okay. I don't know whether to groan. I don't know whether to be, or I don't know. There's a lot of things going on that, I don't even know where to start. I mean, should I just have you do you have a dartboard? I don't have a dartboard. Times like this, I wish I had a dartboard and I could put like little notes on it to like, okay, what are we going to talk about? Because there's a whole shitload of things. It might as well just be random and throw a dart at it. So I will let you throw a dart and tell me what we're going to start with because honestly, there's
sorry.
Because I don't know. I'm just like, I just don't know. So whatever way you want to start off.
We'll go. I don't know if I'm a sicko enough to do that.
You're not a sicko. Wait a minute. What do you mean you're not a sicko?
I'm not a sicko enough to really, throw anything at the dartboard.
Uh-oh. What are you getting at?
Tony Khan put out a social media post about the way he books things are for the sickos. And he's fine with that.
Can you read what it was for some of those people who either A, don't have X or whatever you want to call it,
God,
or
you're
B,
making me old.
live under a rock? Or
I live under a rock.
you're like, I don't know, you're like Bishop and you just fucking
Look,
aren't aware.
I pay attention enough to where I have to. Give me a
Yeah.
second here. I wasn't.
Isn't that our job as quote unquote journalists? But that was so sorry.
End quote. I book wrestling for the sickos because that's what I am and that's who I care about. Well,
Yeah, there's also lots of very interesting responses to this too that I saw. Let me read you. Let's read you. Let's read you. Let me find one. I'm gonna pull up. This is I'm not reading mine yet, but I'm gonna read just a random one just because there's I don't know what Tony's doing. I don't know if he was coming down from a high or whatnot, or I don't know, but this like woke a lot of people up pretty much. Because I can tell you my timeline was full of bullshit. Um, I don't know, like I don't know about anybody else. Um, let's see here. Because apparently like a lot of people like to be sickos. Let's see here. This is what it said. Let's see. Someone said, Tony Khan, quote, I book for the sickos. The sicko in question is the learning tree, Chris Jericho. Let's see. Whenever Tony Khan tweets like this, just know he has something up his sleeve. Okay. Tony Khan just admitted that he and the AEW fan base are mentally unstable. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Damn.
Let's see. I know, right? Here is one that says here that Tony Khan understands me because he books for me. He books everything for me. Thank you. Someone else had said, "Oh, some of these are really just. Oh, I don't know if it's pandering or what the fuck it is, but all I do know is this: is Tony Khan actually responded to a lot of people. A lot of people are trying to say that they're bots, but honestly, like it's just really interesting, and he's trying to say he was paraphrasing Tommy Boy. Colt Cabana totally
Tried to
caught on
save
to
him from
that.
himself.
Yeah, he did. He used the whole the I make car parts for the American working man because that's what I am.
I
The
mean, I
you know what I mean? That's what Colt posted.
guess.
Yeah, and then other people. Hold on. Here's a question. Some people were like, "Can you do a better job of it?" Probably why you can't get 800,000 viewers on your flagship show. Pee Wee Herman went to jail in 1991 for this.
Yeah, pulling his dick out in public.
Yep, here's another one. Judging by their offer that you're dissatisfied with, WBD might appreciate you booking for a mainstream audience. Speaking for myself, I shouldn't have to feel like I have to make time to follow 11 different obscure territories online in order to understand your shows. Another one says, doesn't sound like TV deal negotiations are going well. Doesn't sound like they've been going well for a while, given your tweets and AEW missing from the 2024 WBD upfront. Ooh, damn.
Oh.
Someone says nobody cares about AEW since Punk left. So here's another one. There's a good one. So TK basically calling himself a basement dwelling degenerate wrestling narc. That's who he books for? Wow. What breaking news is this? LOL, we already knew this already. And then of course, you guys know me in true style of me. I always have to say something. And I did.
Hmm.
Says, obviously, I'm not sick enough for Tony Khan because his bookings show he doesn't care about me. Why? Because Colt Cabana or Ricky Starks ain't getting booked. Before you say Colt gets booked, I mean without Cutler, the dumb tiger print jumpsuit, and not behind an ROH paywall.
Oh,
Hashtag facts. Hashtag facts.
that's a fact. I mean,
It's true. He doesn't care about me. If you care, then yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that.
Tony Khan needs to stop making me agree with Eric Bischoff. Fuck.
Uh oh.
He doesn't book for a TV audience. He's clearly booking for other people, and that might be great, but TNA did that first time round, and they almost went bankrupt, and they had money behind them. Learn the lesson? Maybe?
Yeah. Oh Jesus. And he's going into it with like Uncle Dave.
Yep, because that
Wow.
always works well.
Oh yeah. So this says here. Here it says Dave Meltzer has stated that WWE purposely supplied incorrect fast national viewership numbers to the media for the June 1 edition of AEW Collision.
No.
This was the number supplied by WWE, and for those who feel like WWE isn't concerned with AEW or it's a one sided thing, AEW isn't a war with WWE. And it's a pro wrestling war, okay? These pro wrestling wars are insidious, they are brutal. They're both
It's
in a public relations war. On one side, obviously, it's far more effective as far as getting news out there and controlling the media, a lot of the media, because they're afraid of not having access or whatever they're afraid of. WWE, obviously, whenever AEW has a badly rated show, WWE makes sure that fast nationals get out. Now, in this case, I don't know how that number got out because that was not the fast nationals number for Collision. Again, the fast nationals are not exactly, but they're not far off. Okay. So someone says, so what you're saying, Dave Meltzer, doesn't check sources or check for accuracy. And this is why not many people take him seriously anymore. He throws things out there and hope it's true and accurate. And when it's not, it blames someone else. What poor journalism, if that's what you want to call it.
mm,
Right. So Tony Khan responded. Oh, actually, no, Dave responded. Sorry, but the ratings I listed were accurate. The others were not. They were supplied by WWE to the reporter. Sorry for people mad because everything I stated was correct. This is not a new story. It's a story that dates back many years and has been talked about and written about for um, written about the entire time. In other words, people mad at the accurate story are the ones who complained without checking something easily verifiable.
well,
Ultimate irony.
here's the thing.
And
Just on
then
that point,
Tony.
this is an
Mhm.
aside here.
Okay.
When they reported those numbers, you have to understand that not all the numbers were reported in immediately. So those numbers at the time could have been, give or take, correct. It's not some grandiose fucking, like, who cares? TV ratings don't mean dick. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yes. So then he says, Tony Khan responds, these are the same predatory business practices that Jim Crockett Promotions and many other former wrestling territories faced in the 80s. I'm very grateful to all of you wrestling fans who watch AEW, and AEW is here to say.
Bullshit. That no.
Yeah. I don't think
He,
Tony Khan ever really watched the product he bought in Ring of Honor because there was a lot of praising of
I
Jim
mean,
Crockett
here's
Promotions.
the thing. He's
Way.
been in the wrestling business long enough to make a cup of coffee. Okay. Most of his roster have had more professional matches than he's had dates. So, where the fuck does he get off talking about Jim Crockett and Territory Promotions? He wasn't there. He has no fucking idea. You know, I mean, that's one thing I'd give Jim Cornette and fucking Dave Meltzer. At least they were there. But this asshole didn't even see a show until the Attitude Era. I'm older than he is. And I barely remember the old NWA and the FCW stuff. I'm old enough to remember when ECW became ECW. So where the fuck did he get off? Seriously. Oh God.
Well, when you like basically, you know, he's used everybody's like he uses his father's money to buy everything, I mean, whatever. But
And it is his
it's
father's money.
very clear it's very clear though when you see what's on TV and what isn't on TV. It's very clear that it's only really for his own amusement.
Mhm.
And I really think that honestly, like I know that it's never going to be said why Cody really left AEW, but when you look at shit like this and you look at what happened with uh Phil and the Bucks and Kenny, and you look at all of these things, you have to ask yourself. I mean, seriously, I don't care who the fuck you are, but you got to ask yourself, is it me? Or is this is for somebody's just their own personal entertainment?
Maybe it's Maybelline.
No,
Like,
no,
and that's the
because
thing.
they're at least, they're at least okay with being a subpar brand in a huge fucking world of cosmetics.
And
He's not. He's not that.
here's the
No.
and when you look at this, and this is where he tries to put himself on this pedestal of WCW. He is not even close. Because at that point, they were financially on even footing. They were both on primetime TV when those TV ratings mattered. They had
Mhm.
diametrically opposing set of stars. They had
Mhm.
entire things set up here that put them on a fairly even scale. The difference is prior to the end quote
Mhm.
Monday Night War, the ratings were at a mismatch. But that's because WWF was going down and WCW was coming up. And that momentum and the new take and the push kicked it over. AEW
Mhm.
is nowhere near comparable in that time space, period. Because the
No.
landscape has changed, the business has changed, the talent has changed. You know,
Mhm.
he's bleeding fucking money. He has to be bleeding money at this point.
Seriously.
Like with all the contract payouts, which are fucking obscene, all the rosters he's paying who sit on the back end and fucking catering and doing dick all, you know, it's at
But
some.
now some people,
Mhm, go ahead.
I was going to say, now some people don't even go anymore.
Yeah, their
And it's like,
their attendance is down, their
mhm.
TV ratings are down. Uh,
Mhm.
not down a little, like 1% is down a little. It's going 5%
More
show
than
after
that.
show.
It's more than that per show. I
Well,
mean,
I'm being
I was
generous.
watching. something on, I know. I was watching something on YouTube where they had mentioned about Palm Springs and how they only maybe sold 3,000 tickets.
Yep.
When the fuck? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think I ever remember WWE ever having an event on TV from live from Palm Springs. Or am I
Uh,
wrong? Oh,
not that I could think
hi
of.
Joseph. Hi Joseph.
Joseph!
Nice to see you. Tony making a show just to amuse himself. Sounds like a former WWE owner.
And
Well,
since he's gone, product be looking up, my dog. Or,
well,
or as the kids
you
say,
know,
yeet.
I'm too old for that shit.
Never too
No,
old.
I think anybody really, I think anybody who's been, um, who's kind of been around the whole AEW thing, and I'm going to be real. When AEW first started, I didn't really care. I'm going to be honest because I thought it was great with what the Bucks and Cody and company were trying to do. But there just was something to me that was always just from the get go, just kind of sus. And I think it was the first time I ever saw Tony Khan in person. And a lot of people will be out, who are you to say? But I saw him at a PWG, and I called it it was the AEWG because basically Aubrey Edwards had ref there. Oh, we are having a nice night. We're talking wrestling. Cheers to
Hey,
you, my friend.
Joe.
Yeah.
Great. Great to have you, my man.
Yes. Yes. But I'll say, went there. Aubrey Edwards, I'm sorry. I think she's a horrible ref. And I remember that show in particular because I sat with my back against the hard cam. And one of my really good friends, my shirt twin, shout out to you. He was like, I fucking hate that ugly fucking bitch. And I just had to laugh. And he said it so loud she heard him. And we were laughing. And I'm like, she's not very good. It's only because she's a woman. And that was like a novelty. Because remember, at the time, WWE didn't have any women as a rep. She was a total novelty. And people also forget the fact, and I'm going to go there, that the person who trained her how to ref was a very, very problematic person who basically they were fucking banned during the speak out movement. But do we ever talk about that? Does anyone ever bring that up? Her association with her and her husband with Steve West from the Pacific Northwest. Nope.
Yes.
No one ever brings that up. Yeah. So I just want to say that, if you're going to, I'm tired of this double standard, but there's another thing we're going to be getting to later on. But, anyways, but it was all these people. MJF had never done PWG. He was never invited. But guess what? He was on that one show, went on the mic, and he lost in like right away. You can go see it. It's, on High Spots Network. And it was ridiculous. Like him, Orange was there. I mean, it was almost the whole AW roster. That was the last time we saw Janela. Darby Allin was there. Him and Janela, fucking, if you thought that Darby was cringeworthy now with all the shit he did, guess what? Fucking Joey Janela fucking gave him a pile driver onto a fucking concrete fucking block. It was like fucking not even 10 feet from me, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to see this guy die. I just really don't. Best friends were there, everybody was there. But the fucking air that fucking Tony Khan and the way he presented himself was, to me, it was kind of disgusting because it was like, you basically, all of these people, and they know who they are, those PWG regulars, they know who they are. Every single one of them went to go kiss his ass. It was like fucking kissing the ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me, I'm like, there was just something, I knew there was something off. I just went to do my due diligence was if he's signing talent, there's someone he needs to look at. It's just 2 words you need to remember. I said, Ricky Starks. And he looked at me like I was insane. But I'm like, seriously, Ricky Starks. He was probably thinking, who's the hell is this crackhead bitch? But then he saw me talking to fucking Janella like we were fucking, whatever. Yeah, because that's my homie. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to fucking influence someone into a job. Okay. Who's very deserving. Well, I don't know. But it was almost like he had like a godlike complex then. And so I always felt that maybe that's what it was. Because I really didn't know who the fuck he was. Because do I care about the Jacksonville Jaguars? Hell no. No. I don't watch footy. So if he wants to buy a sports team, I don't know if he'd be a better owner than fucking what we have with the Oakland Athletics right now. But shit, at this point, almost anything is better than what we got. Because if you let them stay in Oakland, that'd be great. So, well, Tony Khan, if you want to spend some money frivolously, your father's money, buy a baseball team next.
Like, and this is sort of the thing, is All In was never meant to be a show that was put on primetime. It was never meant to be that. It was supposed to be this badass, awesome, fucking, I want to say, what's a good term for it? Outlaw show with some really great talent put out there that makes everybody a little money, and you do it maybe once or twice a year. You know? The moment.
Well, no.
Go ahead.
Okay. You're kind of right. You're kind of right. At the time in 2018, that was 2017, the end of 2017, beginning of 2018. Actually, I'll say like, let's go mid 2017.
Okay? Right.
Maybe mid early, but for about a whole year, the whole independent wrestling landscape changed. I'm not saying because Cody Rhodes entered it, that was part of it. That was a little piece of it.
Okay.
But there was, at that particular time, such a swell from like I'd say end of 2015. I'd say when I say end, I'm talking about like September of 2015. Right. Through, all 2016, excuse me, 2026. Fuck. Everyone fucking, I'm not even high or drunk. There was an absolute fucking huge pool of raw talent in wrestling that there hasn't been, I don't want to say ever, but at least in the modern era. Okay. And it wasn't not only just, people from the States, it was from all over the damn world. Okay. You name it, there's some corner of the globe that had something. Hell, right. Even fucking India probably did. So when you look at it, it was like, man, a lot of these people didn't fit the mold of what, wrestling at the time was. It's basically all they really had was WWE. You can't really benchmark and earmark like Ring of Honor or TNA or Impact or any of that, because the only game in town was WWE.
The only high-dollar game.
Yeah, no one was as competitive as it is now. Now it's a different story because of everything. But when you looked at that, there was this rise of, at the time, 2017 was the rise of the super indie. There were 7 of them that I can name. PWG was one of them. AAW in Chicago was one. Beyond Wrestling is one.
Wrestling Revolver.
Wrestling Revolver. Also, if you're going to add Defy, started around that time in Seattle. I would even say APW in San Francisco. because a lot of talent went through there and whatnot. They were one. And then I'd probably say, if I were to pick one more, I either would have to say it was either a contender of it was AIW, but
Right.
I wouldn't put them as one of the big super indies. I wouldn't put them there. But I want to say either there's got to be either God, I don't want to say Northeast Wrestling, but there was something else on the East Coast that was pretty dominant. Well, technically Evolve. Okay, I'm gonna say Evolve because they weren't really affiliated with anything then. So let's just use Evolve.
Right.
Okay. Chikara Quack had fucking knocked that out because of his fucking ass, whatever. But
Yeah.
whatever. So, and Ring of Honor didn't really count because that's not a super indie. So you had these core wrestling promotions that had all of this great talent, right? And were developing talent in ways and in areas that no one had seen. Like, look, Pacific Northwest. I'm sorry. Look what came out of there. You've got Darby, you've got Swerve, you've got fucking Nick Wayne now, and there's even more so a lot of people. There's women wrestlers like, out there like Nicole Matthews, shit like that. I mean, you've got so much, but the biggest one of them all was PWG because that was like the fucking top gun of the indies. Only the best of the best were there, right? So, and if you were lucky to have gotten booked, or if you were lucky to have done BOLA, let's just say, invited to do that, you're fucking something. I mean, because if you look all over the world, like, what were the promotions that were hot around that time? Well, everyone loved watching WXW in the Carrot, and that was fucking Gunther Walter. That was his fucking home. Okay, and all your favorites fucking went and did the Carrot. Sammy Callahan did the Carrot. Swerve's done the Carrot. A lot of them have done the Carrot. And then I would say Progress. They were huge in England, along with Rev Pro. Obviously, you had all the Japanese promotions. Noah was highly regarded at the time. Obviously, New Japan. I mean, those were the two. DDT was the joke at the time. This was before the birth of GCW, because we all know that rose out of the flames from CZW. It rose out of it. But I think that there was so much great talent that was out there. And that was who the future was. Because you know what? Honestly, these are people that did not fit the WWE mold. I'm sorry. They weren't the like college football players and these athletes or whatever. No, you've got people like, let's just say, someone who didn't do sports at all in, his like high school life, Ricky Starks. He didn't do any sports at all. I mean, take someone like him, right?
Yeah.
And you've got people that are like that. They're not athletically inclined. You had people who did gymnastics, Wes Lee, Jake out, people like that who did cheerleading and gymnastics. And these were fucking great dudes, right?
Right.
I mean, you look at it and you're like, damn, like, what the fuck? So as people who are in this bubble, and I'm going to use Sammy Callahan, they thought, oh, this guy's great. Let's sign him. Well, they did. And because I like to pick on him because he was the first who said, you know what? This isn't me. And he asked for his release. When he did that, I was like, damn. Like, because he knew that himself, like, that's not me. Let me go out and make it for me. Because that's when he brought out Revolver and did that. Everyone fucking, when he came back out, it was like his indie career totally was fucking revived and then some. Because, it did make him kind of that polarizing character, which you either love him or you fucking hate him. But, he has made that mark in the independent scene. If it wasn't for people like him, if it wasn't for people like the Young Bucks and Colt Cabana, well, actually, technically it was Colt, but with the Young Bucks, who, man, they'd made more money selling fucking merch at a show than they made, actually getting paid for a show. That is fucking unreal, you know?
Well,
And a lot of these wrestlers didn't realize you could do that. So there were all these different things and these things that were very outlaw and just like different that the mainstream they didn't do. Everyone, it was a DIY culture, do it yourself. And that's what happened. So as some of them got older, like an Adam Pierce, you know, he moved on. So that's where when we come out to where All In is and what All In was about was it was a conversation between a bunch of friends that were like, this is kind of big now. I'm wondering, like, do you think that we could fill for one night a crowd just like a WWE crowd? Could we do a show like that? They were just kind of like joking around because at the time, as far as I know, there was only one promotion that was one of these pure indie shows that had done um, something that was at least over 1,000, 2,000 people, and that was APW in San Francisco. They did it twice at the Cow Palace. Sad to say that APW drew more people than AEW did. That's another story. But so it put it to the test. And even they, when you go back and watch Being the Elite during that time and the ones about when they sold those all in tickets, they did not realize how big that response was going to be. People came from around the world to go to that show, and I always tell people if you were one of the 10,000, what was it, like 10,000 for whatever the number is on that shirt, okay? If you were one of those people that were there, that was probably, if anyone asked me what's the best live show you ever been to, I will always say the original All In. Always. Because there was something magical at that show. If you weren't there, you wouldn't know that vibe. But anybody that I know who was at that show, if you ask them what did it feel like there, they'll tell you it was something totally different that they've never felt that before. It just was amazing. You can ask people who've wrestled on that show. Like what was there, how did they feel and stuff. And it was something special, never to be duplicated because it couldn't be. But that's where Tony Khan comes in. And that's how AEW was born. I don't like the fact that he did buy the rights to that name. I don't like that London pay-per-view is called All In. I really don't. Because I'm sorry, anybody who was there, and Tony Khan was there. And also just to say this, I had a lot better seat than Tony Khan did. And I paid for mine. I don't think he paid for his. But even if he did pay for his, right? He probably bought it on the black market. But honestly, like I will say that there is nothing that's been like it, or I don't think will be like it, because the stars didn't align, have not aligned since. And I don't think they probably ever will again for something like that to happen. Or at least maybe in my lifetime or anybody now. But I think that it's unfortunately it created a monster. But you got to look back at the times. And when you look at the times, it provided for a lot of people who were in that scene, it provided a lot of hope. Yeah. So that I had to go there. Sorry I went on this whole rant about All In, but it's something I'm very, very passionate about. I'm passionate about those years. I miss those years. Those were some great years in like independent wrestling. And I will say this, the IWC went to shit after that, because all of a sudden the indies were something like cool, and a lot of fucking horrible people came out of the woodwork.
Well,
and is what it is.
I'm gonna
So,
kind of throw something out here, and this will lead into some things here, but you know, intent is everything. There was
mhm.
these are the people, and this is what they tried to do. Then this guy came along and they went, okay, this sounds really cool. We got something going. But, much like the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park, you know, great idea on paper. In practice, bunch of kids get eaten. Right?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Kids didn't get eaten.
Yeah.
Bad people got eaten.
Read
That
the
was common.
books, baby girl. Oh my God.
Oh, no.
Read the
I did
books.
read.
The books
I
are
don't have
amazing.
to. Well,
Whatever.
I love Jurassic Park, but but yeah,
So
I get it. Yeah.
now
He's
what
like the guy in Titanic, the one that was just like, like, oh, oh, this is a big ship and blah, blah, blah. And then that motherfucker put his fucking tail between his legs and got on one of those fucking rescue boats. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but to the fun point of the matter, because there was
Mhm.
this stupid fucking rumor that Impact was being bought out, and it was a stupid fucking rumor.
Mhm.
You know, there was no basis for it. Like people started questioning that. What the fuck do you mean? What? Because they're collabing with WWE? And that was it. That was the grandiose proof. All right. So, and that time of uh TNAX, yeah, TNX, yeah, TNA NXT collaboration. Um, we've had Drew McIntyre saying he believes in Joe Hendry.
Oh, I was going to talk about that.
It's
Okay.
true.
It is very true. Whoever made that edit was amazing, because I will say that if you saw that clip before the Joe Hendry overlay, already it was great. But that just eclipsed it to another level.
Yep, because it was one of those things
I
where
believe in Joe Hendry.
he was directly asked in an interview. There is no clip. It's not a deep fake. Here's like, I like what he's doing. I believe in Joe Hendry. And it's just like, you see this little marking out point, and then there's a little bit of a standoffish point, right?
Yeah.
You've had, so many different matches come out, right? And
Yeah.
people fantasy booking the hell and back. Like,
Mhm.
we have Clash at the Castle. It's just announced tonight. It's going to be an I Quit match.
Mhm.
AJ Styles puts his career on the line for a shot at the title. He either wins or he quits. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, we can already tell where this possibly goes.
Mhm.
He quits WWE. He goes to TNA. Like, this is the kind of shit you can fantasy book, and it's great, right?
Yeah.
It,
If
this
I
is
want a fantasy book, it'd be great is if we fucking see Grado show up.
great. It would be
Okay, sorry.
hilarious. Now,
Oh,
as
good
an
lord.
aside fun, okay. So all this going on, it is the Impact people, okay, who kind of started this. Though
Mhm.
it's been leaned into by both brands. The prohibited portal joke has been flowing around.
Mhm.
There's been a lot of, like, especially with Jordan Grace. Yo,
Oh no,
yeet.
bruv, huh?
It's
Why?
no
Why do
yeet.
you have to do that? No
No,
yeet.
there is yeet. There is yeet in this house.
There is no bruv in this house. Mm-mm.
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 I gotta introduce
No.
you to somebody later. But that being said, you have exact
TNA. Oh. Mm-hmm.
TNA chance goes to the Impact. Jordan Grace had her first match and dominated. Oh my fucking god.
That was amazing, that match.
That Juggernaut driver just looks brutal.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was this whole face off. We believe in waving their hands. So I decided in months, I think that might be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where was that with that? It's so you had Perez, you had Grace right face to face, and she shoves Grace, and Grace just goes whoop, and she like goes out the fucking ring almost, as they say, ass over tea kettle. And it was just like this could happen because my fantasy booking mind says that it would be really fucking cool, right? She takes the belt off Roxanne Perez. Okay. So now you have Grace going and defending both titles at both sets of TV, right? Then you have
I just wanted to.
oh,
I'm pandering.
then
This
you
is
have
it's the same version as TNA, but it's in the gold and color because this was the ROH version.
you
Yep. That.
I'm always been trying to thought.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
But we believe. Okay, sorry.
No, we believe. So you figure you have her take the title off Perez. Unfucking precedented. It's the shot heard round the fucking world.
I saw something on Twitter that said, "We walked with Elias to run and believe in Hendry."
Yeah.
Nice shirt.
They
deserve it. But that is true.
Unprecedented. You have her win. You are history making. You have shocked the fucking world. You put stock in both companies. They have a damn good team, right? Got it. Got me so far.
Think they're going to do it?
I think.
Do you think they're going to pull the trigger?
I think they are.
Really?
You figure Perez has ran through virtually everybody in the division. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes her kind of a stale champion. You end up with the Brock Lesnar sort of issue. Mm-hmm. But you have a beast like Jordan Grace take it off of her, right? No harm, no foul, no shade. Right?
Okay.
Everybody keeps credibility. You have her go back and forth. She defends the NXT Women's title. She defends the TNA Knockouts title. She walks around. She's given, pluses to both companies because now they've got a big name player. Because believe it or not, people don't like to understand this. TNA's viewership, like a beast.
Mm-hmm.
No. And this is where I think it should go. I'm obviously going to be wrong, or not. But you have her run a couple months with the title, and then she has to defend the NXT title against Natalya and drop the belt to her.
Oh, that'd be good. I can see her carrying it because isn't Slammiversary in July?
Yes.
Okay.
So they have
her
another pay-per-view in between.
Okay. But I think I can see her carrying it actually even through SummerSlam if they give it to her.
Yeah, that's fair.
And they drop it at a big NXT event there. Because let's be real, the last couple of NXT events that were like a SummerSlam or associated with that or WrestleMania have not been that great.
Well, her title shot against Perez is this Sunday. So I'm definitely going to be watching that. But
of course,
the kind of line that I'm at here is we're in an unprecedented time because the IWGP is the title they gave to the Gaijin just in case, but generally a Japanese person held it because they needed a title for some reason. Um, so that's not the same thing as, like, it would be on the same par as if the WCW heavyweight champion came over to the WWF, won their title, and defended both titles on both shows.
Yeah.
Never happened. Nobody ever think it would be. At no point was this ever a plausibility or possibility.
Yeah.
But I think with the working relationship, because there is a working relationship, because it got the NXT crowd hot, it got the Impact crowd hot, and this is just on NXT. There could be some back and forth points where we see, you know, Decay versus also, like, there's just so many matches we could do. And I think if there's smart money, there's business to be made, you know, that's something we're going to see in the near future.
It's also very smart, I think, in the timing with Ethan Page.
Yep.
As someone who was I think he was very beloved by the Impact GNA community.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fans felt slighted by the way he was treated in AEW, and they didn't do fuck all with him. They wouldn't let him cut a promo worth the shit. They wouldn't give him the time. They wouldn't let him work a match. Okay. So he was like a pre-show, right? And in less than one fucking show, he looked better as a main event player than he did in his entire run at AEW.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
absolutely
difference. It's one thing
absolutely
to take a star and keep a star and to make a star. These are two very difficult things.
Yeah.
No.
I think, and this is just my opinion, is I think that right now we're going to see Ethan Page get the belt this weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to do it shady as fuck, too.
Yep.
He's going to do it shady as fuck, but he's going to get that belt.
He's going to get that belt. And then I think what is going to happen is that give it to, I'd say he'll have that for a while.
I'd say give it to Alexis.
I have a feeling in my gut that the next person who probably will take that off of him is going to be someone else who's defecting.
Makes
going
sense.
over there.
But I also see I honestly think that I don't believe it will be somebody who defect. I think it's going to be somebody like an Alexis King. Somebody of that name already there who has audience stock. It would make sense.
Could be. It could be. But I don't know. Because I honestly think that I really think that I don't know. I think that if it's not him, it's Ricky because he's not going to main roster.
No, I mean he could, but
he has to prove himself. He has to prove himself, though.
I don't think that's the case.
Because no, and I'll tell you why he has to. Okay, because everyone is like, "Oh, that's Cody's boy." Okay, you got to do shit on your own, and this is his problem. This is his Achilles heel. You cannot depend on other people. Okay, he's got to do it for his own fucking damn self.
Yeah.
Period. Because honestly, those people who are because you're friends with this and this, those type of people don't get too far. And I will say this, in my opinion, he made some very poor choices on who to be friends with in the back at AEW and who he put stock in. Because let me tell you, did it do him any favors? Hell fucking no.
Didn't do anybody any
No.
favors. I mean, you're still back where we were last year and the year before. It's the same core 7 people that are getting title matches and runs while Ring of Honor is tossed to the wayside like a fucking Florida Championship
It's
Wrestling.
not the same core people because they added people,
No,
you know?
they've
They've added people. Some
they've
people
added,
get-
but they're building people for those core 7. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
But now, well, now that What's His Face is back, Wheeler Yuta, okay,
Mhm.
that now just means that who gets bumped down from their little wherever they've been. And the only person that I honestly see, and it's very kind of sad, is guess who's not going to be coming back after they tried to fucking hype him up again? Scorpio Sky. And then God forbid you're trying to hype up Daniel Garcia now. I don't even think that's probably going to really happen.
And you know where
You know, 'cause
Scorpio
Wheeler
Sky's
Yuta
going to
is.
go?
Well, no, they're trying to push him again. He's
Right.
going to go back to fucking doing nothing again.
No.
And look at Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal's barely doing anything.
I can tell you where a lot of these people are going. They're going to go to one of 2 places. They're either going to go to
Where?
TNA or
Mhm.
WWE.
Yeah.
And
I see
Good.
Scorpio Sky going to TNA if he goes anywhere. I don't think he'll do
Scorpio
WWE.
Sky and yeah, both of them, both of those guys right there would definitely go back because that's where they cut their teeth. I mean, in terms of
Yeah.
TV, that's where they cut their teeth.
You know,
I still just
I
find it
see
funny that
like
they're mocking Tony Khan openly.
Yeah. Mhm.
And you know, people want to give Triple H shit. It's not just Triple H. It's
Yeah.
everybody in the wrestling business because they figured him out.
Mhm.
Hypersensitive, booking for his own little chat room. Mr.
Dalton
Dalton Riley,
Smith.
what up, dog?
Cheers.
Too sweet. Whoop whoop.
Oh, I miss Marty. Oh, there's some news, but we'll wait on that one.
Did we finally get? Huh?
That's totally flipping the topic. But we'll wait.
Flip the topic. Go ahead.
All right. So, a couple days ago, there was a post on Instagram, and I at first was trying to figure out, where can this be? And I'm going to it right now. Hold on, excuse me. All right. So there was a great little video where it says here, this is a great video. And it says here, well, hold on. God damn it. Excuse me. I'm sorry. It says, in this country, we love to build people up. We love to tear them down. And then we love them to rise again. And then this was what Marty wrote. And then he says, it's happening. ... My heart was like, I knew something was going to happen.
We've been talking about
and you're probably sitting there and wondering to yourself, well, where's it gonna happen?
I don't know.
I think we had our answer yesterday of where it's gonna happen.
Oh,
yes, apparently, AAA. It's going to be on TV again. And it's obviously going to be on, one of the Spanish channels.
Yeah.
But guess what? That don't matter.
Still TV, baby.
It means people are going to be on TV. And the
Mm.
way things work out now, okay, as things go, I would not be surprised, if this door, if it swings toward Mexico, because obviously CMLL is kind of almost off limits because people get territorial. That I wouldn't be surprised if the AAA door opens.
Yep.
WWE. Thoughts on that?
Thoughts on
If
that?
that were, is it probable?
It is.
Possible?
It's very possible and very plausible.
Mhm.
Some of the people they have there currently in company, like Andrade, all of the Delgado Fantasma, half the LWO, if not all of them, I think, except for Zelina, they all came through AAA. They all
Yeah.
put their teeth
Unfortunately,
in AAA.
yeah. And unfortunately, there's some certain people there that will not go back to WWE. They will not let him
Good.
go back. And we all know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
If you
But
don't know who I'm talking about, Alberto Del Rio. Okay, Garrett there said it.
yeah.
But there's enough there that it makes it interesting. The one person that it makes it very interesting about, and I know he's injured, but Vikingo. That guy.
His name's come up once already on commentary.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm sure more than once. But think about it. With him, it's like, holy shit, are you?
Like,
yeah.
Especially since they're doing, and this is their test. Come on. We all know how this shit works, right? They've been doing the 60-second matches, the flippy shit matches, the high risk matches, fucking luchador matches.
I mean, let me tell you, if there was a match that I would be dying to see, if I were to have what's a top 5 that you want to see that you've not seen before, one of them right now is Vikingo versus Ricochet.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Vikingo and Ricochet.
Because think about how smooth that would be.
WWE
work with Stardom.
Okay.
You know?
Hold on. Considering that a lot of their women talent that come from over there have spent a significant amount of time with Stardom, I think that's a given as is. It's just not a lot of women are comfortable enough to come over to the States with their style.
But that's when you're like pissing in fucking Tony's yard now.
He's got no yard.
Relationship.
He has no relationship.
Well, he thinks he has a yard.
He doesn't.
You know.
He doesn't have a yard. He doesn't have a relationship. He's NWA is not going to work with WWE. Not because there's an issue between them, but Billy Corgan's trying to do.
Billy Corgan is no.
It's a different.
Nobody wants to work with Billy Corgan.
Incorrect. Lots of people want to work with Billy Corgan. The problem is,
do they really?
Yes. See, here's the thing. The problem with Billy Corgan is he has a very specific direction. He wants to keep NWA towards that classic 80s style formatting. He's bringing it up just a touch in the modern era, but that is where he has kind of centered himself for that classic wrestling end. He's not interested in the theatrics and all that because he's probably sick of it doing the front man for Smashing Pumpkins. I wouldn't want to fucking do it. But he's going in a different direction. I mean, he is not that WWE gimmick. Not even fucking close. Impact is. AAA is. New Japan is edging slightly out of the door. It's getting there. I'm just saying, I'd give it 5 years because the Japanese are slow to move on things. Because they've had a working relationship with WWE before, back when they had the F. send their wrestlers over there all the time. That kind of stopped, but that had nothing to do with WWE or them and JPW per se. It was just shit got in the way. But now we're at a whole different ball game. They're taking wrestling at a different level. Chairman Tanahashi is gonna do some good things, and Tanahashi is one of those individuals that knows enough people in the right places to take their guys from a show for sickos and make their guys top bill. And that's plausible.
Mhm.
Even if it's just exhibition, it would still be, dude, that was an amazing fucking match. And they could pick and choose between them. Oh, before I forget, it was announced officially yesterday that TNA will allow people to do watch alongs and commentate on their live shows streaming.
Mm.
And they are also now streaming themselves live shows on Twitch as well as Impact Plus. The differences in the commercialing.
Interesting.
So, what is that? That kind of should tell people that there's a lot going on, and considering that you have so much crossover right now, telling you, man, the sky is the limit. It's not AEW, New Japan crossovers, end quote, forbidden dooring. This is, the past, the present, and the future. Virtually every major company has bit the fuck off of TNA. Now they're getting a piece of the fucking pie, and it's about goddamn time. We have just the thought alone, it takes my breath away. We always say it's great when we see, talent, and we get to see new people, new matches, and see people come up. That has never been more true than ever. And, let Paul Levesque, say what you will, he was a complete shitbag back in the day. That's a whole thing right there, where his knowledge of the business and understanding business relationships knows that the WWE cannot survive on the same 14 people on the roster at all. Got stale, got old, got worthless. But if you can go back and forth with another company, you can make other things special. What did he say here? Since TNA is working with WWE, don't be surprised to see Matt Hardy sign with TNA and still show up in WWE. We also haven't seen the last of Dolph Ziggler in a WWE ring. Here's the thing. That's great fan booking. Matt Hardy's pretty much the end of his career. He's at that juncture, and he said it specifically. He just wants to be able to go where he wants to go, wrestle when he wants to wrestle, and do what he wants to do. Plain and simple. He's not going to get involved with TNA or the WWE crossover unless he absolutely has to. He's not signed to them. It's a handshake deal. He gets that deal because he's Matt fucking Hardy. So far as Dolph Ziggler has said, he has done everything you can do in WWE. Going to TNA was to give him something more, something different, to spread his wings outside of the company. The K in WWE would absolutely be wild. I think you would be more apt to see Isla Dawn and what's her name go over there to compete against Decay. Not that I don't think, Rosemary or Havoc wouldn't be capable of it. I'm just not sure if they would. There's a lot of choice in this. Jordan Grace said yes. She had an opportunity to say no. Because that's just the way this actually works. A business relationship goes, hey, we have a spot we think your talent would be good for. Are they interested? Then there's some back and forth. And there's a little bit of bureaucracy involved, but, and I have to even, temper my expectations. This is still a very new thing. I think we'll know kind of, are we on a fast burn or a slow roll? Depending on if this Sunday we have a two company champion. If Grace gets the title, then we know there is a solid relationship. Like, it's said, done, and in paper. The ink is dry. If not, it's still working its way. That's going to be no harm or foul to anybody involved. This is a very tumultuous time. There's lots of money to be made, but both sides have to be confident. I mean, that's just business.
Yep.
There, I ranted too.
Well, yeah, there you go. I think it'll be very interesting to see what happens. I feel like the world is going to the wrestling world might implode.
Good. Maybe that needs to happen. I think.
I don't know.
Like, is AEW going to go out of business? I think no. What I do think is they're going to lose their TV deal. Then they're going to be pretty much running indie and on YouTube. And then as that goes on, they will no longer, there's no point in putting in money if that's the best you got. I think it's going to be relegated to where TNA was, and TNA is going to become the number 2. That's 5 years down the line. Because it just makes sense. The writing is on the wall. TNA Impact has survived for so fucking long against all odds. People have said the company's going to go, under easily 12 fucking times, but they're still there. And they have the same stars. And they've made the stars that people, are all about today. That's where it is. That's NXT makes stars to a degree. TNA makes stars without question. So I will 100% stand behind TNA and anything they do. They have a lot to offer the wrestling business, and they get overshadowed because they're on an isolated platform. But now that they just said, fuck it, show our product in streaming, talk about it, tell us what you like, tell us what you don't. That means shit's on. They're coming to compete. And if that means they got to compete as friends to some and enemies to others, so be it. Because if you look at every person that ever jumped from TNA to go to AEW, they have been shit on, used, abused, and then sent back to fucking catering like a bitch. Right? But every person from TNA that has jumped to WWE has been champion, contender, title holder. If not immediately, then somewhere down the line. I mean, if I was going to send my stars for a cross collaboration, I'd remember that. That would be in the front of my head. So this is my thoughts. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. But I am saying the signs are there. And boy, howdy. Get Booker T off the TV, Matt Raywalt the commentary for the win. Actually, you know what? Fuck that. Put Paul Heyman on the commentary desk for NXT. Take him out of the wise man role for a while. Let him call some matches. Fucking Booker T.
I don't know. I just, it's just
threw out a
very,
lot there,
very.
didn't I?
You did, but I think it's very interesting about a lot of just a lot of just bullshit that's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely curious to see. But we shall see what happens, because I don't know what else, I just
Dalton brings
don't
out an
know,
excellent point. Look at Edge.
Hmm.
Okay. Edge walked in. He was main event at the next pay-per-view 2 weeks in, no question. Right? Now he's a glorified, Wish.com version of um Sabu, really. Like, a lot of people wanted Edge to be the great savior. Get Chris Jericho off my fucking TV. Give me the rated R superstar and go from there. Give us something different. And that's something I do see with a lot of AEW fans is they're getting tired. It's stale.
It's been stale.
Swerve Strickland should be the front and center on every goddamn poster they have. That is your title holder, your champion. That guy right there deserves flowers. It's about damn time he was looking at this as the catch end to boost his career, and he's still second fucking class there. Oh my God, MJF came back. Fuck you.
If AE doesn't change, would they have anybody that wants to work with them? Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
I can name you a lot of people, Dalton. The number one person on that list, you got it, Will Ospreay,
It's all about the money, baby.
Jon Moxley.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Darby, because nobody else will touch him.
Darby. Mm-hmm.
Pretty much your pillars.
Obviously MJF. No, there's a lot of people that, if you were to ask, would they know? Would Claudio? No, I don't see Claudio staying. No.
Claudio, I think, is on his way out.
Yeah. Obviously we know Danielson's on his way out. Swerve right now, if they did not take a shot on Swerve,
which they really didn't,
I would not be surprised if Triple H didn't go back for him. Let's go there.
Well, I mean, when
that
you
guy, when you look at him though,
mm-hmm.
Okay, just think about with Swerve,
the fucking star, dude,
what he can do. Like, if he had that platform like a WWE, think about it. Now, not what he had before, but I'm talking about look at now. Okay.
Yeah.
Night and fucking day.
He'd
right?
be as
like
over as the fucking junkyard dog in the 80s.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you think Yeet would have something that would way beyond this is way beyond Yeet, okay?
Yeah.
Just way beyond anything, okay? This would be louder than a fucking CM Punk chant.
The junkyard dog in his prime had men, women, and children barking like dogs before the Steiners made it popular.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like, and that's Swerve right there. He is money. And some of these dumbasses, and it's starting to get around the business, and you can tell. You can take the money and fuck your career, or you can get decent money and have a legendary career. Which do you want to go? That's why Tama Tonga Loa did not go. They had the choice. They were offered. They said no. They've even called them a mid-card promotion because they've been there. They know. They're fucking Samoans. That's the real trick. Samoans, by and large, are the top end of the business, period. When it comes to a dynasty, a legacy, they have one. And even he has said he is the outcast Samoan. Like, this is where it is.
Yeah. I think that I can't wait for the day that Triple H actually will offer something to the fucking Young Bucks. And I see it happening.
I think he would offer them production, management, back end work. I don't think he'd put them on TV. Not that he couldn't put them on TV,
Oh,
right?
he'd put them on TV.
I don't think he would.
That would be very limited, though, if he
I
did.
wouldn't even do that. Think about it. They have Abyss working in the back. Abyss, the monster.
But you see, with the Bucks, okay, technically they're not really working in the back right now. They
Right.
have not been.
And that's the
There
problem.
were certain things that they were doing, yes, but that all ended once fucking Tony really took control of that company.
In terms of the digital age, they know their shit. Pull them for that. Don't put them on TV. Let them enjoy their last years. Make it a 6-figure, 7-figure fucking paycheck. Doing what they do. They don't have to do a goddamn thing. They could show up to the office and just chill. Because right now, they're having to save a floundering company and putting their bodies on the line in stupid fucking stunts.
I think they feel I think sometimes I feel like they have a sense of almost like a sense of responsibility because this was their baby and that, you know, that they kind of feel like, you know,
It got fucked.
we have to, and everyone got fucked as far as that's concerned. And I think
Look at
that
Kenny Omega,
in their
the
own,
best bout machine ever. Is it just his health? Is it just one of those little things? Or is it the injuries exacerbated something that would have been later down the line?
I think what I think what we're waiting to see is I want to see this epic failure of this summer actually is going to be some big epic failures right now.
Yep.
Forbidden Door is fucking the first fucking hurdle
They
of
haven't.
the disastrous summer that
The sales.
AEW is going to have. And I will tell you why. And I've been looking at this, I've been thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what? Especially because after Danielson's promo on Wednesday,
Yeah, I saw that.
you are having Swerve versus frickin' Osprey at Forbidden Door.
Yep.
We know how I feel about it, but when you really look at it, and if I take all my feelings and put them aside, okay,
Rip.
that's not a very good move, okay? Because here's the thing. Since day one of Osprey stepping into that company, he's been protected. He's not been pinned by anybody. And he won't probably be pinned by anybody. So going into this match with Swerve, who, if you really were to go and listen to who's got the bigger pop and reaction with the fans, it's not Osprey.
Nope.
No. Osprey has done nothing in a match that has been memorable in his whole run. Whereas almost like every big feud, his ones with Hangman, Samoa Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm waiting to see MJF because that's going to be very interesting. You know, Keith Lee to a certain extent and whatnot. It's been fucking amazing. Okay, I'm sorry. The Hangman and Swerve series, I think personally, I want to see another one because they were that fucking good. Okay. That fucking good, I think.
Right.
And, and most people are like, Hangman, fuck, you can't do anything. That proved that fucking Hangman, pretty legit, I thought, in my mind.
Yeah.
And I also feel that, like, with this, is you are handing to Ocean Spray, who you've already basically had guaranteed when he signed that he was going to fucking main event All In at Wembley. You're going to have him come in with what, 2 belts? He just won a belt off of Roderick Strong, which I don't think was the right move to do. Okay. So why are you going to take this off of Swerve? Okay. Why would you do that? And especially because if you fast forward to October of this year coming up, that's Wrestle Dream, October 12th in Seattle. That is undoubtedly probably the last full-time match, or maybe last match you'll see Bryan Danielson do at AEW, period.
Yeah.
So he's not been a champion, like he said in his promo. He's done a lot of really great shit. Okay. Put a lot of great people over. I'm talking those 2 matches with Ricky to boot right now. Okay. Because I don't feel if you put fucking Ocean Spray in the goddamn Owen, he's going to win. And I don't feel that that's right. What I think could probably happen, right? And this is where I would like to see it, right?
Right. Listening.
I think that Swerve, if he fucking, for some reason, fucking loses his belt at Forbidden Door, which I have this feeling in my stomach that it's going to happen. I hope that Danielson wins the Owen and he humiliates Ocean Spray in fucking London. But I doubt that's going to happen. But I would love to see that happen because I will talk shit about that till the end of my life. And he has the title for a bit. And come Wrestle Dream, his last match with his family there, wrestles Swerve. And Swerve takes it back off of him. Because it's actually at the Tacoma Dome. And Swerve is from Tacoma. You can't write anything better than that.
Fair.
The only thing is Tony Khan will not let fucking Ocean Spray get fucking, like, he's not going to let that happen to his golden boy. Although that's a fucking big sack of fucking humility, which needs to happen.
Well, and Dalton brought up something, as we're starting to wind down from everything, I did see where, because of how popular the whole Wyatt Six Nightbird thing has been, that their AEW is now trying to do that. Except it's not an organic, it's not, the audience had to be told to watch for it. When the Nightbird stuff originally kicked off, it just kicked off. Nobody needed to be told. Because people got curious. They saw shit happen and then they followed it. And that's... Oh, Tony.
Yes. And I wanted to... sorry, I fell on the floor. I wanted to comment. Dalton had said, here's the thing. If the Young Bucks come to WWE, CM Punk would say, fuck this and walk out.
I don't think so.
Dalton? Nobody gives a fuck about Phil Brooks. He's a diva. He does it great. Good riddance. He got his money. He got paid. He's fine.
Yeah.
Phil Brooks will be fine. And then Dalton also says, I'm scared to see Bryan even wrestling at this point because of the head trauma over the years. It could kill him. The thing is with someone like with Brian Danielson and with people that have like head trauma and or have had some serious injuries,
Right.
it really comes down to the people that you're wrestling and if they're a safe worker or not. Unfortunately, AEW does not have a very good track record with
Not even
safety.
close.
And I feel that when you look at the 2 matches that he had with Starks, okay, he's getting slapped pretty damn hard with that strap. Okay,
Yeah.
both of them. You saw all the welts. It got very uncomfortable to watch, because it's like, oh, like how much more can you take? And then not soon after, they did that Texas death match. And, there were no injuries. None. Whereas, like, you saw clearly that the last time we saw Starks on TV, he had this really awkward kick that one of the guys from Top Flight did to his head. Notice they haven't been wrestling a lot lately, but whatever. Yeah. And he kind of blacked out because you can see it on TV. You get that. You've got Ocean Spray, who's like seriously, like awkwardly, lands awkwardly, or he makes other people land awkwardly or does awkward things and whatnot. I mean, it's Guevara, another person. So it's really like, it's really about who you're wrestling. And I think that makes the biggest difference with him and that communication. And when you have people who really don't, and it's more about their own personal ego, and it's not about, keeping everything safe and looking good, that's a problem. So,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of people on that roster who put themselves in front of anybody that they are working with in the ring. And that's very sad. And you can definitely see that.
Al Snow said it best. Somebody is going to die in the ring at AEW.
That's how I feel about Darby. And I don't want to be there.
Yep. I don't want to
Like
be
Double
one
or
of those.
Nothing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If I were there, I probably would have walked out because that's very uncomfortable. Yeah. Phil is injury prone.
Yeah.
Karma. It's karma. But let's also remember that when Phil started to wrestle, his best friend at the time, Colt Cabana, was a better wrestler. And to this day, I believe so too. Hi, Phil Brooks. How you doing? There's my pipe bomb. So yes. So lots of stuff happened. There's a lot of really great shit gonna happen this weekend. I personally right now want to say that I think that definitely my eyes are gonna be glued onto this particular week. I really hope that we have and new in both instances, talking about Jordan Grace and I'll go Ethan Page.
Yes.
He really deserves that.
He deserves some shine for sure.
He does. He does. And I think that what people, are going to understand and things like that is this was the same guy that walked into AEW. He's the same guy that walked out of Impact. Okay. AEW just took him because they didn't want anybody else to take him. And I get that. He's got a family. It's kind of like a Kevin Owens situation. He's a family. And I think that you can sit at home and whatnot, but a lot of these guys, if they're good and they know that the fans like what they do and they're not being utilized, sitting at home is kind of hard.
Yeah.
I'll say that. Mhm.
That in the wrestling business, as many will tell you, is a hell of a drug.
And Joseph says, it's a shame Danielson won't have a run with the AEW title. I know he wants to put over younger guys, but AEW could use a champion like him now. No offense to Swerve. Yeah,
No,
Joseph, that's why I'm thinking that Swerve, they take it off of Swerve. And they don't, and it's on Ocean Spray for a hot minute. But we all know that for whatever reason, Tony Khan loves him some Will Ospreay. Don't know why. I don't know. Don't know. But what I do know is that out of respect, because it seems like he's Danielson's probably the most humble of any of those fucking guys that are in the back who've been around.
Yep.
I mean, I'm sorry. Do we really need Christian Cage trying to fucking, get all these damn belts? Do we need Adam Copeland to have that belt, the TNT belt? No.
No.
We don't need any of that. We don't need that. I don't need to see fucking Jon Moxley every single show. Same with Orange Cassidy. Jon Moxley doesn't need the
IWGP.
God's a
IW can't speak
No.
English.
Yep. There you go. They don't need all of that. Okay. Nope. That is why you get a lot of people who are sitting at home or in the back, not being able to do anything. I'm sorry. Can you please have Matt Taven and fucking Mike Bennett just be on ROH, and actually wrestle on ROH and wrestle other tag teams so other people can get work? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can we not have the same women wrestle over and over and over again?
And over and over.
I'm just saying. Like, as interesting as this whole Mariah May thing is going to be at Forbidden Door, torn between Tony and then her old tag team partner and the whole bosom bullshit. Okay, cool, whatevs, But I kind of am like, I enjoyed seeing Mariah May lose to Saraya. I enjoyed seeing that, But, and I enjoy seeing Thunder Rosa and Deonna. But it feels like they're all taking a back seat. So I don't know.
For no fucking reason.
But, yeah. But, like I said, interesting to see Trent Beretta kind of getting a push. God damn it, he's deserved that more so than fucking a lot of people. And in my mind, it's like, can you put Orange Cassidy on the back burner? It's getting kind of old. It really is.
Yup.
You have Pac back. Fuck. Like, seriously, he's better than getting fucking, 6-man belts with the Lucha Brothers. He's better than that. Same with goddamn fucking House of Black. They're better than what they get. All fucking 3 of them.
It's true.
I didn't realize that Brody's touring with God's Hate right now. That's why we don't see Brody King. That's not my type of music, but I just noticed that he was on tour right now, and I'm like,
I knew that. I just wasn't gonna.
I did not. I forgot. This is like his summer gig.
Fail.
Shout out to Van Nuys. That's what we're talking about. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Yeah, I just, I don't know. I do. We'll say this.
Mm-hmm.
If we get more WWE TNA, can we have fucking PCO in a fucking WWE match, please? Thank you.
And not as Lash LaRue?
Mm-hmm. We need goddamn PCO. God damn it. That'd be great. He would be a great addition to the Wyatt Six. So I'm just saying.
No, you're fantasy looking.
Hey, I'm just saying.
It's not like he doesn't know how to work.
Jesus Christ. Even I yes, I do kind of think it's very endearing. PCO, Steph DeLander, I think it's very endearing too. But just saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Who
on that,
knows? Like maybe Drew sticks around. Who knows? Maybe Clash at the Castle next year. It's gonna be fucking main event. It's Joe Hendry versus fucking Drew. And maybe you'll have a 3-way and you get Grado involved in that shit. I would fucking go to Scotland for that. I would pay good money for that. Because that's fucking great. I mean, holy shit. See, the world wants that. I know it does.
it's true.
Think about it.
Even if they
Especially
don't know
because
they want it,
Drew-
they want it.
Oh yeah, especially because Drew did that great little fucking video for Grado when Grado went back to ICW. Oh yeah. Has Copeland Joseph asked put over anyone besides Roman Reigns since coming back? LOL. No, I don't think so.
Wait, who?
Adam Copeland put anybody over besides Roman Reigns. I
Christian.
don't think so. It's Dalton says you need to join our Twitch stream on every Wednesday. Wednesdays are hard because Wednesday usually I know what time it is and day it is, but I will try. I will try. Yeah, I like to try to watch AW live, but sometimes I don't. Whatever.
You're better off hanging out with us.
Hey, I sit there and I hope and I wish for certain people to wrestle and it just doesn't happen. And I'm like, it's like stop trying to make fetch happen. It's never going to work.
Yep.
I need to do that. Well, on that note, guys, Digi, let's talk about some positivity before we go. I'll let you start it off. You had a good rant this evening.
The juggernaut, Jordan fucking Grace. That's my positive. I need say no more.
Yes. Well, my positive for you guys out there is there's a lot of very deserving folk that need to be on TV. And I'm glad a lot of them are starting to get TV time. Just a few more who need to cross over those thresholds. So,
fucking men.
Yes. So, Digi, where can we find you?
Depending on who you ask, DigiDamon WOTR on Instagram. That's it. I do other things, but that's it. That's how you get a hold of me.
That's how you get a hold of you? Okay. Well, how can I forget this, guys? Oh my God. So, I didn't talk about, and I'm going to quickly do this before we go because, I can, is last week on Friday, why we couldn't do Friday, and we got the fucking final boss, Ref Marsh, joining us.
He's the mid boss
where I
of
went.
the IWC.
Is he the mid boss? I thought he was the fun.
He's the mid boss.
Did he get demoted?
No.
He's the mid boss. It sounds like he got demoted.
He's like the mid boss of a Kaizo. People know who he is. Not everybody's beating him.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. So, I wanted to say, so we saw certain people. Now, I'm going to preface this, right, by saying that, one, I was a little sad. Why was I sad? You must ask yourself. Well, I'll tell you why I was sad. Okay. I was sad because it was kind of the crowd was, how do I say this without being like kind of a bitch about it?
You have another mode?
True. Good call out. Good call out.
Yeah, go. Go.
Okay. Well, not to be a bitch, I already have issues with and some smoke with this promotion. So what I wanted to say is I was very sad that we did not get, and I'm really sad, is I did not get the fucking peach spot. And if you guys don't know what the peach spot is, one, you must be living under a rock, or two, maybe you really have no clue what I'm talking about. So I'll define it for you. So the peach spot, for any of those who play along at home, that is the Ricky Starks indie spot where his bouquet is on display for the world to see.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I didn't get it. And that made me kind of sad.
But you did
And,
get to talk
you
to him.
know, who do I what?
You did get to talk to him, though.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I know I had to share that picture to a friend.
Oh, you did? Well, you know what I was going to do right now is
Yeah.
I was actually going to, and hold on. It's all
Okay.
stretched out, so hold on here. Hold
Give
on.
me just a second.
I'm
Are you
trying to
gonna?
do smart things. I'm trying to do smart things. Share screen. Okay, hold on here. Hold on here. Hold on here. Hold on. I didn't do that right. Hold on. What did I do? Okay, hold on. I didn't do that right. But can you see? Can you guys see? Who are these people? Can you see? Can you see my screen? No?
Yeah, I can.
Did you?
They can't see.
Oh, god damn it. I thought I had my screen
Stand
up.
by. Stand by.
Oh, do I or no?
It
Hold on. Let me get it back. I
chill.
thought I had.
Chill, sunshine.
Let me know. Let me know.
All right, hold on. Damn. So demanding.
I know. Because that's what I do.
It's true. She's a slave driver. Y'all think my job is easy.
I do. I do. I do. I
All right,
do.
it's up.
I do. Can you see my screen, everybody?
Yes. Yes.
If you're at home, right, you're probably thinking to yourself, I can unshare my screen now. You're probably thinking to yourself, self? Oh yeah, he's behind me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say this. Okay. I didn't get to talk to him like I really wanted to, because this is a promotion I went to that has not been very kind to me. So, yeah. And also, I just want to say this. If someone's talking to someone, and this is the second time this has happened at that promotion, so I'm going to put you guys on blast, BTW, is I'm having a conversation with someone. Nobody that I saw was rushed with their time with him or anything. There were people who didn't even pay who were having a longer conversation than I have. Okay. I know the guy. Okay. I didn't want to be a bitch and call it out because you know what the fuck, right? But I'm just saying, okay. I'm just saying. So just know, people, that, and I'm one of these people that I'm very aware when I am talking to like I'm talking to like people, whether it be a wrestler, whether it be, I don't know, goddamn fucking Justin Timberlake. I'm just saying. Like, I am very good, and you can ask a lot of people about being aware. So if I usually will go last because if it's someone I know and we're chit chatting, I don't want to take anything away from someone else. But if someone comes up, covering myself because you guys want to see Ricky, you don't want to see me. You see me right now. Anyways, I will, you know, back away. I walk away. I walk back a little. Let them have their time in their space. I would really appreciate it if I get that consideration as well. You know, I'm just saying, because why? It's manners. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Just saying.
Manners.
Just saying. Yes, but I will also say this, and I did not share this with anybody. I think I might have to fucking go back and share my screen again. But I
Okay.
want to say this is that,
Let me know if you're going to
yeah,
share
I
your
think I will
screen.
have to.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm going to share my screen again. Hold on. Okay, hold on, guys. I got to send it to myself. I'm sending it. Okay. Just so you guys know, can you see my screen? No,
Uh,
not yet.
stand by.
Okay, hold on.
There we go. Yep, now we
Okay,
can.
hold on. Okay, hold on. Now you're going to see it. Okay, just so you guys know. Okay, because I do this for you guys.
Ah,
I'm that girl. I would also like to point out that, okay, and actually, shout out to me for this photo. Let me tell you, I've got quite a few because I had the view, and obviously he knows that I like the view. So, anyways, so Peach Appreciation Society, you're welcome. But I would like to say that in this whole evening, and I don't know if you can see my little, hold on, my little pointer here. His butt ate his trunks. That's why I hate these white ones. I hate them because his butt eats the trunks. But shit, see the way he's standing? You know you got a booty when, you can't just stand. You have to kind of fucking lean a little because, But that's a very nice peach. So, peaches up, my friends. And on that note, whoop, hi, hold on. Hold on. Because you guys don't want to see this anymore. So, guys, join us next week for the Chaser, episode
yep.
1. Because, I don't think we graduated yet because, I don't know. It was weird. Digi fucking had a huge rant and I'm like, I don't know what's going on, production issues, whatever. But join us next week, maybe Friday. I don't know. All I do know is the mid boss of the IWC was a little like, I don't know, we're not on brand, but I don't know. I don't know. I have to have a conversation with the boss.
At current schedule,
So
we're going to be doing Fridays following SmackDown. That's just Thursdays was not working out in a lot of respects.
I know. We need to talk to the boss.
Yeah. Well, no, we're fine. Yeah. We're fine.
Are we sure? Because I don't know.
1000%. We're fine.
Sidebar. Anyways, we'll parking lot that. But again, guys, you can find Digi. You can find Digi. You can find me.
Did you just call me a ring rat?
I did not call you a ring rat. I said you can find you where we find you. I did not call you a ring rat. No.
Well, you said parking lot it, so I'm like,
I said parking lot it, but not. I meant the topic. Good God. Good God. Even though I've had like many wrestlers in the car with me, my own personal car, like 2. Yeah, I've only had Ricky and Colt in my car. Don't think of what. Get your minds out of the gutter, people.
Yeah, wrong kind of hat in my car. I do have one thing. I realize I have one thing.
Okay.
Okay, where's it at?
I'm leaning this way.
SCP is having a Battle of the Sexes weekend, July 19th, Equal Rights and Left. All women's event featuring Missy Hyatt, Medusa, and Baby Doll, July 20th. Headlocks and Heat Waves featuring, featuring.
I have a problem with Missy Hyatt. I have heat with her right now.
It's fine.
She fucked over Joey Janela.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did. He should have been GCW champion.
Anyway, let me finish this before we go. They're going to be featuring on the 20th Brick Savage versus No Bryant for the SCP Championship. Sam Stackhouse versus Damo McCullough. Damo,
Woo, woo.
Sam Stackhouse.
I'm talking
I'm
about
just
Sam
saying.
Stackhouse, friend of the show.
Mm-hmm. It'll be live
The original
from
OG.
Jake's Sports Cafe and Back Room in Lubbock, Texas. And if you can't make it out to the show, it will be available on heckyeahradio.com. Good dude. Rick is a good dude. He is the promoter. He takes good care of his people. You know, just independent shows are there.
And FYI, for those of you who cannot wait to see Trevor Lee, his first independent date was announced, and he is debuting at Black Label Pro in Chicago.
Ooh.
Also, if you are in the Chicago area, which I am not, there is going to be a night of comedy featuring Colt Cabana, starring Colt Cabana
Mhm.
in RJ City, featuring guests such as Nyla Rose,
Ooh.
Hallie Cameron. She's fucking hilarious.
Hallie Cameron is hilarious.
Go just for her. She's fucking great. Okay, her comedy fucking great. Okay, love her. Trying to remember who else was on it, but Daddy Magic.
Yep.
Yeah, I call him Daddy No Magic because I lost a lot of money when that motherfucker showed up in the casino. That one cruise he was on. And
Well, to
yeah,
be fair,
but
he never said it was your magic.
No, but I'm just saying. But as you guys know, I wish I could go because I love me some Colt Cabana comedy. RJ City is a blast. They had a really fucking great show on the Jericho cruise this year. So please, if you go, I want to live vicariously through you.
Yes.
And that's sponsored by Pro Wrestling Tees, whose happy anniversary is 11 years now. So blame Colt Cabana for that one. And other than that, please join us in the dive bar of the IWC next Friday when we celebrate another episode 1 of this wacky dacky show that we thank you so much for putting up with us. So guys, that is last call.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Producer Lady here. Thanks for tuning in. Continue to support and buy us a drink by putting the I in subscribe and reviewing our podcast. And cheers to